to daddy when I Senegal. Daddy at the general. Half to pay the lawyer just to stay out the federal. Big man pull up like a senegal. Big gold chain on me neck, me and several. Make the girl hyper. Half to settle down. Ginseng roof for the second round. Knock out in the girl. Rubber man take a gun. Different level to me. This is disagreeable. I'm disagreeable. We are disagreeable. This is another one. I have no plan for this, you know. I just wanted to get on here and get the sillies out, get the retardedness out before I go into deep study and start preparing for this upcoming week in the markets. You feel me? Shout out to Plain in the chat early. Shout out to Magical Family. You know? But like I said, I have no plan. There's always some things saved. There's always ideas I'm having every day for shows, but this ain't making me any money, so I don't really lock into that. But give me a second. Give me a second. Actually, I'm gonna light a joint too, you know, because why not? Why not? Oh, you know, I got some little clips saved here right now. You know, I don't watch these clips, so we'll get to see what this is together. Let's get some warm-up clips. Yeah, let's get some warm-up clips. It's Sunday. How can I make the most people mad? You know what? And I think I have like one strike on my channel. We all know YouTube is evil, but real shit, I only get a strike on my channel when I try to do something progressive. Like when I did the fundamental trading news, the fundamental trading show or whatever, and I broke down the news, that boring ass show, and before we started the show, I started it off with learning modalities and techniques or whatever. They struck me for the learning video. You feel me? And I don't even feel like fighting it. I'm not getting any money off this. Hit me with, you know what, man? You know what, YouTube, if you're listening, shut this shit down, YouTube. Shut my channel down. I don't give a shit. Matter of fact, let's go here with it. Think I'm playing with you. Hold up. Let's go here with it. You know how I like to start it with the warm-up clips. We like to start it light, keep it lighthearted. You know, we like to start off the show. We like to keep it lighthearted, not too heavy and everything. So let's go here with it. Boom, Magical Family. I know you remember when we promoted the young black female mathematicians. They struck us. They took my shit down when I was bigging up black women on this show and the achievements of young people in general, black women specifically. You know? I wasn't hating on them. I didn't care them young ladies were fresh out the boule, going to that special boule school in the woods where they're doing the rituals and all that shit at night. That's not my business. My business was the math that they were breaking down. And YouTube hit my channel, knocked me down for trying to celebrate black women. You feel me? But if I come up here and I make a channel like a Cannibal Commentary or any of these other like Keisha hating guys or whatever, my channel's gonna get boosted to the algorithm. Because I've said mad times to my algorithm like, no thank you, not interested. Don't show me this a Cannibal Commentary shit. And every day, just about every day, they're trying to show me like, hey, look out a black woman is losing, guys. Look out, get yourself a Mei Ling. Nigga, shut up. Feel me? I'm trying to stay calm right now. I'm sipping on this coffee and I really just like, you know, I ate too much sugar last night. So I woke up this morning. I was taking a walk, and I was in the streets, and I was like, "Yo, I gotta get in the house, dog." The sugar got my got all my shit discombobulated, dog. I just wanted to kill in the streets. I had no patience for anything. I'm like, "Yo, bitch, ring my shit up, bitch. What the fuck is wrong with you?" You feel me? Bitches over there having a kind of casual conversation. You feel me? I'm in Whole Foods. I spent mad money in Whole Foods and shit. This overpriced food. Ring my shit up, you fucking bitch. Yo, my shit was off the charts this morning. You feel me? This is something I don't usually do. But I stop by Starbucks to get myself a little coffee. On the way in, this nigga got his dog like blocking the door, man. He's standing by the door on the phone, his dog on a leash, his dog like blocking the door. You feel me? And he not pulling the dog out of the way. I'm walking in the door in Starbucks. I'm like, yo, you guard dog in the door, dog? Like, what's up? He didn't say nothing to me, so I just kept moving. I didn't say nothing. So I go and I get my coffee. I'm walking out. This is the fucking sidewalk downtown, dog. I'm walking out. Niggas, dogs all in my way, looking me in my face. You know when you try to walk down somewhere and somebody got their dog on a leash and they got their dog standing way over here, the leash is blocking the whole fucking sidewalk? Nigga, that's what I knew. That's what I was already on the way to the house, but that's what I knew I had to get in the house. I was like, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you, dog? Control your fucking dog, nigga. I turned up instantly. You feel me? I didn't want to curse as much in the beginning of the show, but it is what it is. I turned up instantly, and I knew I had to get in the. I was like, yo, you know what you got to do today. We got some intense studying and shit to get into. Let's go and get this retarded energy out. Let's go get it out. You feel me? Could have went to the gym. Actually, I might do some gym shit right now. Let me let anybody who's here at the show already, let me let you know. This ain't going to be a good show. I'm just hanging out right now. This is not going to be a good show. If somebody wants to come up and talk some shit and come up here, I'll drop the link. But this is not going to be a good show. I'm not promising anything right now. You feel me? I might start working out. Matter of fact, if anybody in the chat says they're down to, I know you niggas are soft, dog. You know, I know you my friends and my audience and all that shit, but let's keep it $1. You niggas are soft. Y'all ain't trying to do 200 push-ups and 200 bodyweight squats while we do this right now. Oh my God, 200 bodyweight squats, how am I gonna do that? You're gonna do them 10 at a time, 20 at a time. That's how you're gonna do them. You're gonna do 20 10 times. You feel me? Or you're gonna do 10 20 times. That's how you're gonna do it. You feel me? But I know you niggas ain't built like that. You niggas ain't built. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do my shit and not even talk to you niggas. Not even like trying to be, oh, yo, you wanna get in on these push-ups or whatever? Because you niggas ain't built like that, dog. That's why I'm tired of you. Man, I'm gonna shut this fucking channel down, dog. Let me play this clip. Let me get this. I'm getting. I told you guys I'm in a bad mood. So
there are a lot of weird stories in the Muslim sources. Stories that make you wonder, why, in the name of common sense, would anyone ever write down something like this? But I challenge you to find a weirder, creepier, more disturbing story than the tale of Muhammad's late-night desert rendezvous with the men of Al-Zut. Since Raymond Ibrahim has already done the research on Muhammad's romantic encounter, we'll let Raymond break down the details.
This odd hadith, which I'm about to narrate, appears in several hadith collections, including the highly esteemed Musnad of Ibn Hanbal, founder of one of Islam's 4 schools of laws, or madhahib, as well as in many other well-respected Islamic texts, all of which are being taught in Al-Azhar.
So, the scholars know about this. But like so many other issues the scholars hide from us, this story hasn't worked its way to the general population. Until now.
The hadith, which is narrated by Abdullah bin Mas'ud, a companion of the Prophet and one of Islam's most reliable and trustworthy transmitters of a hadith, goes as follows. Brace yourself. Abdullah begins by telling us that Muhammad called on him to accompany him on a trip into the desert. When they reached a certain place and night had fallen, Muhammad made a line in the sand, most likely a circle, and told Abdullah, quote, "Stay behind this line and do not cross it, for if you do, you will die."
Muhammad drew...
Fair use. We're making commentary. Maybe I'll make some little slight attempt to not get my channel taken down. Fair use. Hey, artificial intelligence, YouTube artificial intelligence, listen to me now, tune in. This is fair use. I know that you think you're omnipresent and you're in the web and you're all across the globe and you don't have any nationality. You're trying to break borders and all that stupid shit you're trying to do. No. We're still in America, AI. We're operating underneath the so-called Constitution. You feel me? Until you figure out a way to blot out the sun like the Matrix and let me just play the video over here talking to the AI. Fuck this nigga.
Drew a line in the sand and warned his companion, Abdullah ibn Masud, not to cross it. Let's call this line the Diddy line, as in, Muhammad didn't just cross that line, did he? We could also call it the cuck line for reasons that will soon be clear.
Muhammad then left his startled companion and walked into the desert night, about the distance of a hurled stone, says Abdullah. Before long, our narrator saw a group of men, he does not specify how many, who, quote, appeared to be al-Zut. He describes them as, quote, tall, lean, and naked.
So, Abdullah ibn Masud was behind the Diddy line, the cuck line, but Muhammad crossed the Diddy line, and he was soon surrounded by a number of tall, lean, naked men, the men of al-Zut.
Other Islamic sources say these Zut were a black-skinned people, and we'll get into that later. After describing them, Abdullah goes on, and here's the problematic part, to say, quote, they went to and began to ride the Prophet of Allah.
They did what now?
I'm gonna let this play out, but everybody's paying attention, right? Whoever's in the room. I don't know how many people are. I don't know how many people are in here. But these are the books and the texts that I'm supposed to listen to niggas and take up seriously. Like, oh brother, listen to me when I tell you. Why don't you shut your goofy ass up?
They went to and began to ride the Prophet of Allah. Literally, that's what the Arabic says. These tall, black, naked men rode Muhammad. The Arabic word yarkabun, which I will presently discuss, can also be translated as mounted. And they did this all night long, says Abdullah.
These tall, lean, black, naked men mounted Muhammad in the desert and rode him all night long, while his companion Abdullah ibn Masud watched from behind the cuck line.
Yo, my whole point of playing this wasn't really to. My whole point of playing this wasn't to shit on Islam or anything like that, you know, because I don't have to do that. The text itself does the work. I don't have to do that. I'm doing that to display that in text, from way, way back in the days, they always been obsessed with niggas. This is not new shit. These people who wrote these ancient texts, they've been obsessed with niggas since day one. Niggas, weird Arab white niggas having weird fantasy about black niggas. Like, yo, I'm gonna go in the desert, bro. Yo, draw this circle. Don't leave the circle, bro. I'm telling you, don't leave the circle. Yo, peace, Shaka. Shaka just got here. Shaka, did you hear the story? Did you hear the story? I'll take it back. We're not that far. I'll take it back. Pause. So you can hear what I'm getting into. Or do you get the gist of it? Do I need to go back? I know this isn't good. I know this isn't good for the show, but like I said, I'm hanging out today. I'm just hanging out with the boys, hanging out with the guys. Even that sounds weird now. You feel me? Any like white guy shit that I say just sounds weird now. You feel me? Think about it. The boys are back in town. The boys are back. Why are the boys back in town? Why are you so excited about the boys being back in town? You feel me? Back in the day when cause our minds don't work like that. I'm just thinking, oh, you're happy because your homies back around. You feel me? Your homies are back together. You about to kick it and all that. I thought it was just gonna be kicking it and all that. You feel me? Hold on, Shaka. In short, disagreeable is irritable today. All right, you know it's one of those days. You know, Shaka said we the cream of the crop. Pause. And just for what we're playing right now, I gotta say pause. But yes, we are. You know? Oh, hold up. It's my 50th birthday. This nigga is half a century. God damn, that's right around the corner for me. I'm running around right now. Hold on. All right, Shaka. Well, since you listen, it's happy birthday, Shaka. Let's do this real quick. You feel me? Let's do this real quick. Because I know, I know Shaka. Because I know this Shaka's one of them niggas who don't believe in nothing. So I know he don't care about his birthday. You feel me? You know what? I was gonna hit you with this one. You know what? We're gonna go. Yeah, it's Shaka's birthday. You know he controls electricity and magic and all that shit. So we're gonna do it just like this. Fuck that. We're gonna do it just like this. We're gonna do it Miami one time, and then we're gonna do it island. You feel me? We're gonna hit both sides of my nationality with it. Pause. Let's go. Shout out to Shaka.
Mixtapes, bringing the raw to the street.
It's my dog birthday. It's my dog birthday.
Deftone.
Yeah, shout out to Shaka, man. Shout out to Shaka. We got one more for Shaka. We got one more Shaka. Yep. You know, you were half a century. You feel me? We can take a second. We can take a second. We can take it. Oh, they made an AI video for this? Oh, hold on.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Life, life, life. Celebrate life, celebrate life. Celebrate life. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Happy birthday, yeah, my friend. Yeah. One more year on them. Yeah. Go on, one a vibe. Give thanks for life. Next year we doing it again. Yeah, yeah. Happy birthday, yeah, my friend. Whoa. One more year on them. Yo. More life to your cow day till the end. Real from me heart, no pretend. Big birthday.
Shout out to Shaka. Happy birthday, I'm your friend. One more year upon them. Let's go. Happy birthday, Shaka. Happy born day. You feel me? I was in a bad mood till I found out Shaka lived a half a century. I was like, all right, man. And maybe I shouldn't be in such a bad mood. You know? Shaka lived half a century, you know. But did he suffer for 50 years? Y'all don't want to talk about that. Did he suffer for 50 years? You feel me? Well, let's not get into that. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, enjoy it.
During which time they would also come and circle around and try to reach him, but they were prevented apparently from.
All right, so we don't forget what's happening right now. So he's reading straight out from the Islamic scholars that there's some shit written where Muhammad went out there and he was like, yo, I'm gonna draw this circle, this line or whatever. Don't pass this line because they're gonna ride you or something if you pass the line. And then Muhammad, after he says this, he goes past the line. And then mad people who existed during those times. They weren't like a djinn or anything like that. They were people who existed during those times. A bunch of big black guys, you feel me? Did nasty acts with him. You feel me? Which I don't like none of this.
The line of protection Muhammad had drawn in the sand for his companion. Abdullah concludes his narration, quote, I was extremely terrified by them, so I sat down. With the coming of dawn, they began to depart. Then the Prophet of Allah returned, slowly and in pain from that which they did while riding him.
These tall, lean, black, naked men tried to get to Ibn Masud, but he was protected by the Diddy line. He was terrified, so he sat down. When dawn arrived, the tall, lean, black, naked men left, and Muhammad came stumbling back to Ibn Masud, slowly, because he was in pain from these tall, lean, black, naked men riding him all night long.
According to another narration found in several Islamic texts, including Akhbar Mecca by Al-Fakahi, Muhammad complained to Abdullah that, quote, they wounded me all night long, at which point the Prophet proceeds to lay his head and fall asleep in Abdullah's lap.
Poor Muhammad was all tuckered out from these tall, lean, black, naked.
Like Muhammad can't get any, and do I have friends in the chat? Should somebody here stop me from doing this? Because you know these people are crazy. They'll come try to attack me for this, for just stating the obvious. That Muhammad was sus as hell. You feel me? Got wounded all night. Then he came back. He's like, man, he's like, damn, he's like, this is fucking nasty, bro. Fucking pause. He's like, yo. And then he comes back and he lays his head on his man's laps and falls. Come on, man.
Men riding him all night long, and he fell asleep with his head resting on Ibn Masud's lap. Yes, Muhammad liked resting his head on men's laps to fall asleep. Just ask Dihya al-Kalbi. But who were these guys who mounted him and rode him all night long? Turns out, when they're described as black, it doesn't mean African.
Who are these al-Zut, these naked men who rode Muhammad all night long? According to Islam's written records, they were a migrant people from India or modern-day Pakistan, described in the sources as very tall, very dark-skinned, very lean, strong and hardy, and often used for labor-intensive work.
So we could assume that these aren't like real black people. Sorry if I'm offending anybody. We could say that these are Dravidians who are engaging in these acts. And you know what? I'm gonna put it on the Dravidians. Because, you know, black people, we don't do this voluntarily. I'm gonna put it on the Dravidian. You feel me? We putting this on the Dravidian.
Sounds like Muhammad was using them for some labor-intensive work. So, al-Zut referred to people from India or Pakistan. Do we know anything else about these guys?
In early Arabic ethnographies and literary works, al-Zut are also depicted as being very sexual and virile, with very large penises. In fact, according to one Arabic source, Al-Tishibbehet by Ibn Abi Awan, quote, "The penis of al-Zut never weakens," meaning their large phalluses never go limp and are ever ready.
The men of al-Zut were known for being extremely horny at all times?
You know what? And I don't even want to put it on the Dravidian like that, because it just sounds like a Muhammad and them were just nasty. It just sounds like they were nasty, and they were writing these little scriptures and books or whatever to fantasize about other, because like he rolled up on some Dravidians. He was like, damn, he's like, damn, nigga. Pause, yo. You know what? We're out of here. We're out of here. I think I made my point. My whole point. Oh, that's not good, bro. My whole point was that like ancient texts or whatever are still it's the same thing as today. They're still writing weird stories and fantasizing about black guys, and it's like other guys fantasizing about black guys. This shit is just weird. You feel me? Yeah, Magical Family says to chill. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of there. Magical Family, pause. You feel me? Magical Family says chill. You know, I'm gonna chill out. You feel me? He says, "What's a half moon JA story?" See, that's not even like a crazy story. That's more like when in real flow state. You feel me? What I am, the pendulum is swinging back into these days, just in a different modality. You feel me? That's more of a baller story. You feel me? I was at a nice trip in Jamaica. You feel me? Nice trip in Jamaica. And I was going home, and we're at the airport. I'm at the airport like more than early enough. I'm at the airport way more than early enough because we had that, you know, that first class shit when you have the lounge. You have that the really nice lounge in the airport where they give you like free champagne and all types of free shit. You're just chilling in there. Excuse me. So yeah, go to the lounge, blah blah blah, chill. They're gonna let you know when you need to go to your flight, blah blah blah. I'm like, all right, cool. So we sit down, getting lit off the mimosas early in the day, you know, laughing, having a good time, you know. And then we're looking at the time. We're like, yo, it's like, why haven't they called us yet? We've been here mad long. So after a while, I'm like, yo, what's up? Did the flight delay? Like, what's going on? We've been here. We haven't heard anybody call our names. Then they're like, oh no, we've been calling you and this and that. I'm like, what do you mean you've been calling me? Like, I can see you. I've been sitting right here. Like, you haven't been calling me, you know? So then they're like, no, you gotta go, blah, blah, blah. So like, yeah. So we're like rushing to the plane. I get over there. We're rushing to the plane. I get over there. And the guy's like, the door is there. He could let me go on the plane, but he's being fucking Jamaican, dog. Like, I know this. He's being Jamaican. I'm Jamaican. I know how it is. He just won't let me get on the plane. He's like, nah, it's over. We're gonna close the door, this and that. And I'm like, yo, I'm here, man. Just let me go on the plane. Like, I was in the lounge. I've been here mad long. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go home. He's like, on some Jamaican shit. I'm like, this motherfucker, man. You feel me? So I'm like, yo. So I'm getting on my white people shit. I'm like, yo, who's this? Who's this? Who runs this? What? Who's in control? Cause I'm spending mad money. So I'm like, yo, who runs this? Like, who's manager of the lounge? Who's this and that? So they see I'm on my shit. So they get like all kind of like, oh shit, you know? And some random cute lady comes out of nowhere. And she's like, oh, I see that you're having some issues, blah, blah, blah. Like, what's going on? And she's like, I tell her what's going on. And she goes, all right, give me a second. And she comes back and she's like, all right, I can get you on a plane tomorrow. And I'm like, tomorrow? I'm not trying to stay in Montego Bay and spend mad money, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, no, and I work with the Half Moon Resort. And we're gonna get you a night there. And it wasn't for I didn't get totally comped. I had to put like I spent like $100 or something like that. 100 and change or something like that. But the shit was so crazy. I was like, yo, this was the best mistake ever. Like the room I had at this place was like, it was the Half Moon Resort. Let's look it up. The Half Moon Resort, that's just like for honeymoons and shit. You feel me? Let me look this up. Half Moon, Jamaica. Let's look it up. Boom. Boom. Can we get some images? All right, yeah, let's get this up here. Yeah, so this is a property right here. The shit was crazy. The shit was crazy. And the rooms, yo, my balcony was as big as my room. And my room was wait. The room was huge. And my balcony was as big as the room. And the bathroom was like goddamn half the size of the room. You feel me? Just balling, like just luxury laid out. You know, just went from like being stressed out at the airport to being at a super luxury for another day in Jamaica, like in the robe, in the robe and shit, overlooking the water with the table. I should have had the picture pulled up from that shit back in the days with the ocean in the background, getting some little. Did they count my food? I can't remember they count the food, but we had some fire food being delivered. Man, it was like the perfect extra day. It was the best mistake ever. You feel me? That was that flow state shit when life is just working for you. You feel me? And it's really a vibration. It's really a vibration. But this isn't that show. This isn't that show. Yeah, this is a place I would never stay. You know what I'm saying? Like I stay at nice places. Is this how it is? I think this might be like. Nah, the room I was in was even bigger than this. Because this looks like it's on like ground level. Nah, the room I was in was like bigger than this. Yeah, let me see which one. Which one is the one that I was in? Hold on. This looks a little more like it. This looks a little more like it. But damn, they got old ass pictures on here. This old ass Jamaican furniture and shit like this. But I know, but it was crazy. It was crazy. So that was a Jamaica story. That's just about being in a flow state. You feel me? You know, niggas don't like to hear that. You start talking about flow state and vibration and shit like that, and living in accordance and understanding that everything has its season and its time, and the pendulum swings. You feel me? Sometimes you're gonna have good times. You can take a there's gonna be a lot of opportunity to take advantage of, and you'll be primed to take advantage of that. And then there'll be times that things will be more difficult for you. Things will just not go as smoothly, you know. And it's not just people, you want to always believe that it just comes down to you, you know. It's not just you. It's your time and your season. And if we had a greater understanding of that, to save during your season. Because the pendulum is going to swing, you know. You have to be really in tune to keep that shit in a steady position. You feel me? So more than likely, if you're a normal person, the pendulum is going to swing. So if we were more in tune with this understanding, you'd know to save during the good times, you know. So the less opportune times will be easier, you know. It seems like common sense and. Seems like common sense. Yeah, Sky Club. I guess it was called Sky Club or whatever. I don't know what airline it was. Magic Family says I see it's 5-star. Yeah, the shit was serious. I'm not. The shit was fire. This shit was fire. You feel me? This shit was fire. Like, this is not necessary for my life anymore. Like, I still live in this level of comfort. I still live in the how do I say it? Enjoying and knowing that that's where you're supposed to be. Yes, that's where I'm supposed to be. But I'm talking about I'm zooming back into the days before I lived on a different level or whatever. I used to always put myself into higher level situations and places because I had like my own philosophy back in the days of how just looking at the reality and how things worked. And I was like, it seems like once you see something be done, it can get done easier. And you don't need to understand how it was done exactly. You can get to greater levels of expertise by understanding having a more detailed or micro understanding of the workings of the mechanism. But you can still get an idea. So if everything is in the mind and we're ran off imagination and everything like that, and ideas, all you really need is an idea. I'm trying to simplify this. I know it sounds crazy, so follow me. So one of my philosophies back in the days that I just came up with, nobody like this is just me putting two and two together, was that all right, I want to live like the 5-star hotel all the time. This is when I was like in the hood or still in the semi-hood or whatever. So what I do, like on weekends, you have a couple extra dollars, you know, you go on Priceline or whatever, you find the super last minute deal. You know, you get the deal for the hotel where you can just choose the level of stars of the hotel, but you don't really know where it is or whatever. But you know, but if you're, you know, I'm in Miami, so I can work out. If they say, oh, it's a 5-star and it's here and it's there, there's only so many, so you can figure out which one it is. So long story short, I just get like, you know, very often compared to most people, let's just say very often, just get a little 5-star hotel for the weekend. You feel me? When you're on a trip, you figure out a way to get into a place that is very nice. Not just to be stunning and be in there and be ignorant and shit. It's really just to get yourself within that energy, get that experience in your eyes, because this whole thing is working off imagination and you know, there's ideas or theories that everything is just light. There's different vibrations and densities of light. So if everything is just ideas and everything is light, me being able to get somewhere and actually get photons bouncing off of this living experience into my eyes, and then that works in conjunction with my imagination, you can produce novelty or produce new experience or bring similar or that experience within your daily reality. You feel me? But yeah, you know, niggas don't want to hear that shit. No, you just do this and do that. All right, you niggas keep doing this and doing that, and you let me know how that works out for you. All right, but I'm rambling. Let's get into another clip. Like I said, this show is not planned at all. Like I said, this show is not planned at all. But I always have some clips that I haven't watched that I just got saved, you know? Magic Family says, reminds me of the 2 days I spent at Six Senses in Ibiza last year. Wasn't even staying there. I was just getting spa services and kicking it with the guests. You feel me? Putting yourself within that energy, because you know, like, what kind of people are there. And it's like, maybe you might not want to be similar to these people in thinking, but we want to have access to all these experiences, you know? All right, let's get this. All right, let's go here with it.
Bust in, show me you live. Do you want me to give you my apartment number? Are you security? This is insane. If you live here, find yourself in So you gonna put me in a choke? I'm just trying to get you to buzz in and show me you live here. Well, you are in some shit, man. That's cool. Why couldn't you have just done this downstairs? Here's my apartment. Here's my apartment.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
Why couldn't you just done it downstairs?
Are you
like I asked you
security?
to?
Why should I show you proof that I live here? Why should I show you proof that I live here?
Ask the office.
There's a problem that I came in here.
I don't let people in. You can ask the maintenance
You
man.
put me in a chokehold. You put me in a chokehold, man.
You're a thief, man.
I'm a thief.
I'm sorry, that came out. I didn't mean it.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
All right, so I'll let this play again without the sound while I chop it up. Now, Magical Family, if you're still here, let me know. Cause this is just a mess, you know? And I wanna, here's a couple things I wanna know. You know, in my mind, I get all the different types of theories. It's so easy because, you know, I live in America, I've been propagandized and also live actual experience, and there's just all types of shit. So I just want to say that there's a chance that white people are just crazy, you know? But I think this might be some like sleeper cell. This might be some type of like sleeper cell situation or something like that where they're waking up white people just to be goofy or something like that. Now, that's something I can speculate about. But what I really want to know is, look at the black kid. No, there's so much going on here. You feel me? Let me play this on quiet, on mute while I speak. There's so much going on here. That's what I'm wondering, you know, like let me know, I know I sound disheveled right now. Let me know in the chat. Do you think this is a psyop, 100% propaganda? Because this guy in the headlock, he's recording himself on the phone in a headlock, and he's way too calm. You feel me? Is the white man just so weak that he puts you in a headlock and you're just like, oh, come on, bro. You're just like, come on, bro. You know, come on, get your arm from around my neck. I know you're trying to have me in a headlock. It's not even really a lock. I just don't want to be fighting back to seem like I'm fighting you. Like, but just as a living being that has a natural inclination for self-preservation, when somebody wraps around your neck, you would be like, oh shit, because that's connected to you living and dying, right? Just as a natural, like, oh shit, you be more. He doesn't look as worried or anything like that. That's what makes me think this is totally fake. You feel me? It makes no sense, plain. Yeah, that's what makes me think this is totally fake. And then even after you're at your door, the guy, okay, so this guy has you in a headlock, follows you to your door, and then you go there, you put your door code in with this guy behind you. Like, I don't know, am I just jumpy? Am I just a nervous person? Because I would have did this guy dirty, bro. Like, real bad. Real bad. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, this guy's, you can say like, oh, he's like he doesn't seem like a little nigga. Hold on, we'll get to the end of this where they're standing together. Because you could be like, oh, he's a little guy, so he felt like he could just, look at him. He's look at this guy recording himself in a headlock. Looking at, look, yo. And after the guy has you in a headlock, he follows you to the door, you put your shit, like, and you're not, and he's taller than this guy. He's taller than the white guy. So let's think about self-preservation on both sides. A guy put his arm around your neck, you don't look worried. You're some random little white guy, and you felt comfortable to jump up and put your arm around a big nigga's neck, and nobody looks too worried or concerned right now. Nobody looks like this shit is up. This shit is ugly right now. And I'm thinking, is this just totally fake, or am I a caveman? Am I a dinosaur? And this is how things go in the world now. You feel me? The young black men are just so like bitch made or whatever. Because you know what? You know the comments. Everybody has a comment, an opinion. Oh, he handled it well. He was mature and all this shit. I don't know, man. And me, I'm not a hood motherfucker, but maturity and all that shit got to stop somewhere. You feel me? Let me not get a god. Let me not get a. You know, AI will say tell the AI will hit me with a strike saying that I had a firearm up there. Nah, it's an image. AI, chill out. Yeah, so yeah, like I saved that to my watch later. I thought I would. I still can't make anything of it. You feel me? Because I know it's supposed to enrage me or something like that. And, you know, I don't watch the news, but I'm seeing it like in my periphery, um, more and more like little black and white things popping up, like oh, this kid stabbed this kid or whatever. I'm like, all right, so like, so what's the story? Like this guy went and yoked up this guy after he said don't yoke him up, and then he got. I'm like, okay, like, all right, so that's racial something. And then lately I heard there's something about a white lady and she's getting money and yo, does anybody who pays attention to the regular world, can you let me know what's going on in the world and hit the like button? I hope you didn't come over here to hear what's going on in the world. To anybody who's shown up recently in the show, this is not a good show. I'm just hanging out. Just hanging out. I'm just getting out some energy before I go into a deep study session. You feel me? Let's see what else we got here. Because I'm not going to make anything of that clip. I'm not going to figure anything out. I just wanted you guys to be confused too. Give me a second. There is no real meaning to the show today. We just got clips. Yo, Magical Family, Shaka, everybody who's here. How do you feel about this, like, Michelle Obama just going up there with old black women and just sounding ridiculous? Like, what is the point of this? Because if she was the first so-called black first lady, quote unquote lady, you feel me? I know that I don't care, but in the socials, how do I say this? I know I don't care, but people are supposed to care, right? She's supposed to represent something because she's the first nigga or whatever. My bad. Like I said, it's not a good show. I don't know what you were expecting. Expect less. Yeah. Expect less. Whatever you were expecting, expect less.
Really unique.
It's a game changer in terms of having.
State and federal officials just announced the biggest immigration roundup by a state in American history. 1,100 people were arrested across Florida. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Luann Sorrell.
And I'm John Brown. Not everyone, though, is thrilled with that announcement from the governor today. And we have live team coverage across Central Florida, from breaking down the state's big roundup to people protesting the crackdown coast to coast. We start with Fox 35's Marlisa Goldsmith. So, Marlisa, the governor touting his immigration efforts today.
Yeah, John, the governor says this could not have happened had local law enforcement not been willing to partner with ICE to locate those people who had already been declared illegal and ordered to be deported. The governor calls it Operation Tidal Wave and says it is an example that should be followed by other states. Under a federal law called 287G, 250 members of local law enforcement worked with ICE to identify suspects and arrest them. The governor, though, is furious over an order from a federal judge in Miami.
So how come when American citizens, like, you know, black people are on the news or whatever, we can see their face and all that, but these guys who so-called illegal, they don't have freedom of press to show their faces. That's why people ask me why I don't believe anything.
Miami, who says that local law enforcement is not allowed to arrest suspected illegals who enter Florida, despite a new law that declares that a misdemeanor. Instead, she says those arrests have to be made by federal agents. She has threatened to hold the attorney general in contempt of.
Man, these are crisis actors. It's some bullshit. Everybody's face covered up. They keep showing these clips back and forth. Like, look at them slamming this Puerto Rican or whatever. Yo, where do these people come from? This Nicaraguan or whatever. You feel me? Like, look at them slamming this Nicaraguan, and they keep showing the clip over and over again. And then there's like colors flashing and things spinning on the screen to hypnotize me. Like, this is just stupid. I don't see how people still watch the news. All right, let's get it. Oh, I should make a whole show out of this. Because I now realize why I saved this clip right here. Let's look at it for a second. And you guys in the chat, let me know if you remember this.
Hello everyone, I am Janae Amore with Amore Awareness, and today I'm going to talk about why it seems as if women like jailbirds. But before I get started, please like, subscribe, and share, comment what you think as well. So I've heard women say all the best men are in prison, and it makes you wonder, what the hell is she talking about? How are all the best men in prison? How are what is she saying, that like these guys who have committed crimes are like men? So men are considered what, like you have to go to jail, like you have to be a bad person, do bad things? Like that doesn't make any sense. No, that doesn't make any sense. But when we consider the certain men that they're talking about, because they're not talking about murderers, hope.
Oh my god, this fucking idiot. Yo, I wanted to make a point, but I can't hear this idiot talk, you know? So that's why that's why I don't end up doing shows. You know, can't listen to the talk, but I'll still be able to make my point like this. Let me check it out. So this person right here, I remember way back in the days, they were making like their rounds and like the whole like black YouTube, whatever you want to call it, the nigga spear, you feel me? The doing nothing spear, whatever you want to call it. And she was over there like on goddamn solo TVs, panels, other places, just being a freak, talking about like just freaky, dog, like busting it down, doing dances on the internet, just like, but she was like a stuck up freak, like, oh, I'm fucking ball players and shit, saying how she gives head and all, like, oh, like crazy shit, right? Not even that crazy, normal shit. Normal shit. But so let me get up. So I was watching Prince Modern Men Zen, the artist formerly known as Prince Simp. I was watching Prince Simp's channel, and I was like, damn, who's it? This girl right here? Like, damn, I want to smash this little thing right here. You feel me? And then I was like, damn, who? Let me pull it up for you guys. Boom. You know what? I'm gonna assault everybody's ears right now. Fuck it, let's do it. And she comes out first. This is the same girl. Feel me? More beat down years later. But this is the same girl. See that? And we're not gonna, I don't care about the show. I can't go too far into it. But yeah, let's go right here.
Learn from my past, and just to be more open and communicative about my feelings. I would hold things in, and then it would just, come out in ways that wasn't beneficial to the relationship. So now I'm learning to communicate.
All right, guys. Actually, Magical Family. I want Magical Family. What are you doing with this one right here? Zebra dress.
Be honest, be vulnerable, because I want the same in return. So, yeah.
What are you doing with it? I know it's crazy. That's not what I asked you. I asked you, what are you doing with that?
Your name and age.
Hold on. Let me shout out to Iota. Iota's in the chat. Hit the like button, everybody. Everybody who's getting in here recently, like I said, this is not a good show. It's not planned. If you have any expectations, lower them immediately. I'm just hanging out. All right. Magical Family said he'll pass. You feel me? He'll pass. What about the next one? What about this one?
Hi, I'm Janae Amore with 808 and Trinity. I'm 33.
And Janae, what do you do?
I'm a servant of the Lord. So
You bitches ain't shit, dog. Yo. These bitches ain't shit, dog. You feel me? I love them. I love them still, though. You feel me? I love them. I'll pass on the 4 chicks on the screen. Nerd guy. I don't know. serving the Lord, but quick to call him man. Nerd guy, are you new? I've never seen nerd guy before, but shout out nerd guy. Let's hear that again. Let's hear that nonsense.
Your name and age? Hi, I'm Janaea Moore with 808 in Trinity. I'm 33.
And Janae, what do you do?
I'm a servant of the Lord. So
She don't even take that shit seriously.
I am a personal assistant. That is what I do right now, currently.
Nice.
Yeah.
And if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
So what I've learned.
Yo, let's look at this. Hold on. Look what time has done to these hoes. Hold on. Look at her right here. You feel me? Look at her right here. Look at her right here. And look right here. This is only 4 years ago. These bitches aging like bread.
Hopefully, they're not talking about pedophiles. They're not talking about those type of men. The men that they're talking about are usually drug dealers. And I know that it's bad, illegal. They should do the right thing, yes. But the thing that attracts these women to these men so much.
Oh, get the hell out. Wait, hold up. Magic Family says, me and a 33-year-old can be homies. She can volunteer for me. That's about it. All right. You feel me? Cause Magical Family was nicer than me. You feel me? But then I feel like he's had some experiences recently that he's back over here to the dark side. That's how it's usually been through my life. The homies, they start loving someone and all that shit, and then they'll be like, damn, all this shit that this guy Disagreeable been talking about. Nah, man, that's not it. Who hurt him? You feel me? I'm not saying Magical Family did that. This is, and then nigga disappear for years, and then they'll pop up to me years later, and they'll be like, yo, dog, you were right. And I don't even know what they're talking about. I don't even know what they're talking about. I wasn't trying to be right. You feel me? Oh, he says, nerd guy says from Pluto streams, from Pluto, base Pluto? He referenced you a lot, but never dropped the channel. Hold up. Base Pluto? Why is base Pluto referencing me, dog? Yo, let that, man. Shout out to base Pluto. Because even though I might not agree with him all the time, he is an example of getting the fucking work done, dog. You feel me? Because back in the days when I used to watch his channel, I was definitely in base Pluto's joint. Back in the days when I used to watch his channel, in that little circle of guys, I saw the progression. I saw him be like, yo, this is whack. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna change this. Study. I saw him. I saw the whole progression of a person like keep their nose down and get that shit done. To I think he was like had a roommate to owning a crib and having a different career. Like, yo, shout out to base Pluto, dog. I know people don't want to hear this. Hold on, let me let this bitch talk.
So much is that they have a provider mentality. They have a protect and provide mentality. And a lot of those men take care of their woman, take care of their mother.
See, if you see the title of this is that same girl who says she's a Christian. She's saying why women want high-value men but date jailbirds. So she's saying that, let me let her say this again before I take this bitch off the screen.
Mentality. And a lot of those men take care of their provider mentality. They have a protect and provide.
Now let me translate that for you. The protect and provide mentality. That means that you're gonna give your money away for silly shit. You feel me? And like if you're hustling in the streets, you living at 500 miles per hour. You feel me? You don't care. The money's coming quick, it's going quick. You feel me? Yeah, you turn it up, spend it on you trying to fuck these hoes and keep it moving. You feel me? So tricking at a exponent, is that right? At an exponential, tricking at a high tick, and protection is crashing out. Protection is crashing out. It doesn't mean nothing smart or logical or moving with tact or you feel me? Being strategic. None of that shit that has to do with like really being a nigga. You feel me? For them, protection is, are you willing to crash out? And I know from experience, back in the days when I was in the streets, I crashed out before, and I saw the bitches' pussies around. I saw all the pussies get wet. All the pussies all around get wet. You feel me? Magical Family says, not gonna lie, these are the types of chicks I hire. I know you're hired, you gotta hire these bitches. You are a professional in the corporate world. This bitch ain't shit, she's a liar. Was for the streets, trying to give her life to God, but don't really know how. You feel me? And Magical Family's right there. And she's like, she don't know how to give her life to God, but you can show her how to give her life to Magical Family, to join the Magical Family, right? She don't know how to give her life to God. And you can't really show her how to do that exactly because you backsliding. You're not living in accordance with the Lord. But you can show her how to turn her life over to Magical Family and live in accordance with the tenets of the Magical Family. Correct? Hit the like button.
Mentality. And a lot of those men take care of their woman, take care of their mother, take care of the women in their lives, and so they do that at any cost.
So all these niggas who were tricking off on all the women in their life, you know, because I believe you. They're tricking off on mad bitches. They had their main bitch who could get anything. They had their side bitch who was taken care of. They're getting mad money, running the streets. Their mama's taken care of. Everybody's taken care of, right? So when they get hit, are all these women taking care of him when he's in jail? When he's in prison, are all these women taking care of him? No, he's just a good man because he's a crash out, trick, simp, fucking monkey.
And a lot of those men don't have access. They may be of a very low class where they don't have the network, they don't have the know-how, they don't have the education to do that. And of course, some people say,
all right, shut the fuck up, bitch. Can't listen to these hoes talk. Dumb asshole. No, that was 4 years ago. That was 4 years ago. That was 4 years ago.
So I am a person
because I want the same in return. So yeah,
For sure.
Your name and age? Hi, I'm Janaea Moore with 808 in Trinity. I'm 33.
And Janae, what do you do?
I'm a servant of the Lord. So I am a personal assistant. That is what I do right now, currently.
That's the same shit she said she was doing 4 years ago. And we knew 4 years ago that didn't mean nothing. It means the same thing now. You're selling box. Let's be real. If Magical Family didn't hire you and give you a position in his fucking nonprofits and all that shit, let me be careful. I don't want to blow up my homie's spot. If he didn't give you any position in all the nonprofits and all that government money and all that shit that he's shuffling through the back door, let me slow down. If he did, but if Magical Family didn't hire you, you still out there selling box. We know this.
Nice. Yeah. And if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
So what I've learned, I would say I haven't been in a relationship since I've been saved. So now that I'm saved.
Oh my God. Yo, I thought I wasn't going to be playing much of this, but this is hilarious.
It's really the Lord who's changed how I have relationships now. So I would say that what I've learned from the Lord is patience, having the fruits of the Spirit, patience, communication, understanding, just allowing someone to.
I'm telling you, she's a great example because I think she's trolling. Or you never know. These bitches are so fake, you never know if they're trolling or not. But she's a great example of how, of what I've said many times on this channel. No matter what book you give a woman, it will make her dumber. So, does anybody refute that?
To just not making assumptions on what they mean, maybe asking them, what do you mean by that? And just having a heart posture that is good, you know.
Thank you. Your name and age?
My name is.
So now we focusing in on hoes now. So I forgot these hoes be talking multiple times on the show. Gee, get that bitch right there. Give me a second. I know it's not a good show. Oh, there we go.
He's just somebody who he takes care of the household. He takes care of 2 households. So I just love him. So like I'm just used to having he's just somebody who he takes care
Oh shit.
about us. He takes care of us. I mean, even now, like
Man, I'm not trying to find that shit. You know I don't give a fuck about making these like I really just pull up these women to see if we want to smash them or not. And I'm trying to make a point. Because she says some wild shit later, but I think I made my point already. But if you guys watch it later, you'll see that she's talking about like, oh, I'm not being intimate anymore because the Lord now. This bitch is so ran through. Now she's 33 after being ran through. All the good box years. All the good box years are like down the drain. You feel me? And now you want to come on the show talking about you a servant of the Lord. Bitch, if you don't stop disrespecting God, hit the like button. I'll drop the link if anybody wants to come up, so let me know. If not, we're gonna keep cruising these YouTube streets. Let's see what else I got in the watch later. Anything else good? Give me a second. Anything else good? This could be interesting, but you know, I think I messed up the show. You know, I've done this plenty of times before. Like, as soon as I start listening to bitches talk, it just fucks my mood up, dog. I'm like, and then I don't want to play other clips because I know there's gonna be bitches talking in those other clips, and sometimes it's funny, but it's more just annoying than funny, dog. That's why like these guys who make these channels where they get these clips every day, and then they watch a clip and they comment like, yeah, man, and then she wonder why she can't get a man. I'm like, what the? How do you compile that? Can you like, but you still have to watch them somehow to react. I guess I'm trying to figure a way to do it where it wouldn't totally disgust me, but I guess if I had a virtual assistant compiling this content, and then I would just play it live for the first time while I'm watching it and reacting, and then I count that as a job, so I have to get through the video. That's how I could have one of these man channels. You feel me? It's just ridiculous. Hold on, I told you earlier this is not going to be a good show. So let me get into fuck this show. Let me wrap this show up. Let me wrap this show up. You feel me? Hold on. Should I play that clip that everybody else is playing with the studs saying that they're not like how their studs coming out saying they want to date niggas because bitches ain't shit? Actually, I just don't care right now. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Let me pull this up. Let me pull this up to get into the wrap up joint. Let's take it here. Let's take it here. I think I got all the bullshit energy out. You know, pause. It's time to get into the study session. But you know, we're gonna end the show properly, so don't worry about it. We're gonna end the show properly. You know how we do. I'm pretty sure there were some new clips to check out. We can see what's going on. Let's go here. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Hit the like button. Take this opportunity to hit the like button. You feel me? I hope you didn't expect the show to be good, because I didn't expect you to give me any cash apps. I have no expectation of that, so don't come here with any expectation of me. If you start having expectations from this show, hit the cash app, and just me being a real one, I'm compelled to do better. I'm compelled to do better. Feeling I'm like, damn, they can send me cash app. Now I gotta try to be here more often and talk to these motherfuckers, man. Fuck these niggas, man. But I'm just a real one, so I'm gonna uphold my side of the bargain. So as long as you don't send me no cash apps, don't expect shit. Don't worry about the long pauses. Don't worry about none of that. All right? Let me get this guy up here. You know what time it is. Idol says, man, you say that every time. It turns out being something decent. You feel me? I'm just saying I'm not trying. And I'm not trying to make it bad. I'm hoping it's okay. Yo, that best describes my YouTube channel. I hope it's okay. I hope every time it's hard live, I'm like, I hope it's okay. I hope it's all right. You feel me? But this isn't a late show. I've only been here for an hour. I want to go do some other work. So we're gonna. There's a whole lot of good ending show clips. Because I haven't been doing shows. There's a whole lot of good ending show clips. I haven't watched any of them. I just see it come up in my recommended. I'm like, yo, these bitches are doing. But we have a lot of good ones. Well, we'll start here. This is very simple. There's only 3 of them. Make your selections, man. Make your selections. You feel me? All right, that's enough of that. Make your selections. I usually would choose Henny Breath off top. And to the people who are new to the channel, Henny Breath is far right. Heavy Titties is far left. Skinny Mini is in the center. I repeat, Henny Breath, her hair is the same color as Hennessy. She's far right. Giant Titties speaks for herself. She's far left. Heavy Titties, excuse me, Heavy Titties. She's to the far left. Skinny Mini is in the middle. I usually, because Henny Breath, I'm liking her, but her energy is down today. It looks like she was out drinking Hennessy all night. She looked like she was out drinking Hennessy all night. Energy's down, but she is named Henny Breath. What can I expect from her? So I can't take points away for that. You feel me? But Heavy Titties are heavy today. They are heavy. They are heavy too. But she's looking kind of clumpy today, so Skinny Mini got it. Skinny Mini got it. I made my choice. Skinny Mini got it. If you're in the chat, you know how the show works. You know how the show works if you're in the chat. Hold up. Oh, Henny Breath must really be drunk. You feel me? Hungover. She taking seats and all types of shit. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. But Skinny Mini got it today. Iota's with it. He knows how the show ends. Oh my, hold up. Heavy Titties came out? Hold up. Hold up. The Japanese people just be extra with the censorship. I don't think that. Yeah, they swinging out. They swinging. You feel me? Like I said, this is not a good show. We have better ending clips than this. Look at Heavy Titties. This is some of the worst representation I've seen of Heavy Titties lately. Like, these bitches blew up. They're getting money now. They're comfortable. They eating too much food, drinking too much Hennessy. You feel me? I'm telling you, any bitch in the world, you give too much paper, they start just doing too much. Having too many animals. Drinking too much wine. You feel me? Buying too much shit. You feel me? You can't give bitches books or money. Skinny Mini's definitely winning tonight. Or today, whatever the fuck. This afternoon. She looking fire today. Something about this. She looking super pale under the light. I don't know. There's something nice about it. And she vacuum sealed. Yeah, Skinny Mini definitely got it today. Oh shit, they were calling a foul? That was a foul. That was a foul right there. So they're saying when they were running down, she hit her in the head. Look at that. Boom. She smacked the shit out of her. See, these bitches want to win for real. You think when I'm playing these little clips over here, like, oh, these girls are playing around, ha, ha, ha. No, you just saw she smacked the shit out of her. These bitches want to win when they're in competition mode. The shout out to Skinny Mini. I'm gonna give it to her. I don't even know how the game works or how you win or lose this game. But I'm gonna give I'm gonna say Skinny Mini won. I'm gonna give it to her. Hit the like button. You know what? Since nobody else in the chat wants to participate, I'm gonna say, fuck you niggas. Go study. So shout out to Iota. He participated. Shout out to Iota. You know, he's a real one. The rest of you guys are cool, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button, do the YouTube things. This is disagreeable, I'm disagreeable, we are disagreeable, and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Peace.